I thought everything was fine and dandy. I had no clue that I was now.
Hours after his Hall of Fame induction, Jones was arrested for domestic battery and vehicle tampering in Las Vegas. This wasn't just another slip-up, it was devastating self-destruction on his proudest night, revealing a darkness beyond previous controversies. He couldn't get through a celebration without creating chaos. The world watched in disbelief as a hero's legacy crumbled, questioning everything about the man behind the octagon's invincible facade. This was the moment the dream died.
In order to paint a bright future for yourself, you have to be able to see it in your mind. You have to believe in it, and the more you believe in it, the more your world will start to change, and the more you'll just start to, see your beliefs come to pass. So, to answer your question, just self-belief.
Born in Rochester, New York, Jonathan Dwight Jones seemed destined for greatness. Forged in a demanding world, his pastor father instilled discipline. His mother exemplified strength. Two older brothers, Arthur and Chandler, carved paths to NFL glory. Young Jon constantly measured himself against impossibly high standards. The pressure wasn't merely external, it was woven into the family's identity, creating intense drive and profound internal conflicts.
Look forward to seeing you again. You are still the champion.
God bless you all. Thank you so much for coming out. Team Jones, we're still here, baby. It's a beautiful night for me, beautiful night.
The champion, Jon Jones, ladies and gentlemen.
Yet, beneath this veneer of achievement, a profound darkness lurked. The family endured hardship when Jon's sister Carmen tragically died from brain cancer at just 18. This immense loss cast a heavy shadow over Jon's life, a trauma he later connected to his struggles with substance issues. Before public controversies, arrests, or failed tests, this deep, unresolved grief influenced many destructive choices that defined his tragic trajectory.
If you look at the drug testing, they're finding M3 metabolite, which is a long-term metabolite. What I've heard recently is that this metabolite can live in you for up to 7 years. And the science on this is still fairly weak. I mean, right now, a lot of people are a little fan. A lot of people are learning about it through my situation.
Before the fall, there was raw, undeniable talent. Jones burst into mixed martial arts with a natural gift that seemed almost supernatural. His extraordinary reach, impeccable timing, and preternatural ability to read opponents and dismantle them with calculated precision weren't merely skills that could be taught. They were innate, separating him from virtually every other fighter. He possessed an inherent understanding of combat, making him a terrifying force.
I took an off-brand Cialis pill.
Off-brand.
It wasn't actual Cialis, but it was described to me as being a Cialis, and so I thought it was a Cialis, and I just took it.
At just 23, on March 19, 2011, Jones captured the UFC Light Heavyweight Championship by systematically destroying Mauricio Shogun Rua, becoming the youngest champion in history. The fight was a masterclass in violence, announcing a new king. What followed was a reign of dominance unparalleled. Jones didn't just defeat opponents, he dismantled them, humiliating formidable names like Daniel Cormier and Alexander Gustafsson, adding them to a resume destined for immortality.
Feel the same way?
Yeah, you can never promise anything in life. You never know, just never know what twists and turns life is going to throw at you. But I do feel like I'm on a great track, and I'm excited to just continue to elevate and just be the best person that I can be and try to help as many people as I can help.
Even amidst his legendary reign, the seeds of destruction were sown. His 2013 fight against Alexander Gustafsson, a brutal war later inducted into the UFC Hall of Fame, pushed Jones to his limits, revealing rare vulnerabilities. Jones later admitted to heavy partying before major fights, confessing he felt he didn't deserve to win due to poor preparation. This wasn't just a champion with substance issues. This was a man actively sabotaging his own greatness. The first public crack in this facade appeared on December 4, 2014. Jones tested positive for benzoylecitine, a cocaine metabolite, during an out-of-competition drug test. This occurred ahead of his UFC 182 title defense. While the substance wasn't banned out of competition, meaning no suspension for the fight he won, it served as an ominous warning. This incident hinted at deeper underlying issues that would soon erupt into full-blown scandal. Following the positive test, Jones announced he voluntarily checked into a drug treatment facility. UFC brass issued statements of support. However, reports quickly emerged that his stay lasted only one night, a fact his mother confirmed. Critics swiftly dismissed this brief stint as a charade, more a public relations stunt than genuine treatment. Jones himself denied addiction, describing his use as merely recreational, fueling skepticism about his true commitment. On April 27, 2015 came the incident that would fundamentally alter his career and life. He fled the scene after crashing into a pregnant woman's car, leaving cash and a marijuana pipe. Though he turned himself in later, the damage was catastrophic. This wasn't just another failed drug test or a DUI. It was a hit and run involving a pregnant woman, an act of profound cowardice. It resulted in probation, his first UFC title stripping, and Nike immediately dropped him. As 2015 gave way to 2016, Jones attempted a comeback, posting about sobriety milestones. Yet, in April 2016, he made a stunning admission: "I was a drug addict," clarifying his issues extended beyond cocaine to habitual marijuana use, describing himself as a hippie, coping with life stresses. Days before UFC 2000, his intended comeback, he was pulled. He had tested positive for clomiphene and letrozole, estrogen blockers, leading to a devastating one-year suspension. After serving his suspension, Jones defiantly returned. On July 29, 2017, he spectacularly knocked out Daniel Cormier at UFC 2014, reclaiming his title and vanquishing his greatest rival. It appeared Jones was back, better than ever. However, this moment of glory was short-lived. Just weeks later, he tested positive for turinabol, a performance-enhancing drug, marking his third PED failure and fourth failed drug test overall. This tainted his comeback, igniting furious debates about his true greatness. The personal toll on Jones mounted alongside professional consequences. In June 2017, his mother, Camille, passed away at 55 after a long battle with diabetes. This profound loss, following his sister Carmen's death, deepened the shadow of family trauma. Jones openly connected these hardships directly to his substance issues, describing rehab as a trauma center. Tragically, the positive test for turinabol came just weeks after his mother's death, compounding his grief with another self-inflicted wound. Beyond drug testing failures, Jones's legal trouble spiraled into a disturbing pattern. He was arrested for DUI in 2012 after crashing his Bentley. In 2019, a battery charge stemmed from an incident with a cocktail waitress. In 2020, an aggravated DWI arrest with firearm-related charges followed. Each arrest built a damning criminal record, painting a picture of a man consistently unable or unwilling to control his impulses. Even as his life outside the octagon unraveled, Jones secured victories, though not without controversy. His fights against Thiago Santos 2019 and Dominic Reyes 2020 generated significant debate, with many believing Jones had actually lost both bouts, despite being awarded decisions. These disputed victories hinted at a potential decline. Accusations of eye-poking, a recurring issue due to his distinctive fighting stance, further complicated fair play. Following the contentious Reyes fight, Jones vacated the light heavyweight title, announcing his intention to move up to heavyweight. This move was framed as a new challenge, a chance to prove his greatness. However, this transition took years, marked by extended inactivity. Questions quickly emerged about his true motivations. Was he genuinely preparing, or merely avoiding dangerous matchups while waiting for favorable opportunities? The years 2020 and 2021 brought more legal troubles, deepening the pattern of recklessness. His 2020 aggravated DWI arrest included firearm-related charges, showcasing intoxication and negligence. Then came the 2021 domestic battery incident and charges related to police vehicle tampering, resulting in a fine and a court-ordered anger management course. By this point, Jones had been arrested at least 6 times, a staggering number that contradicted claims of personal growth. By 2023, a seemingly more genuine commitment to sobriety appeared. Jones began posting on social media about fun without drinking and embracing a sober lifestyle, a stark contrast to his earlier recreational claims. This renewed focus seemed driven by the reality of his long-delayed heavyweight debut. He likely understood that another major controversy or failed drug test could finally end his career. The UFC, remarkably patient, had limits. On March 4, 2023, Jones finally made his heavyweight debut at UFC 25, facing Cyril Gane for the vacant championship. He won by first-round submission, a stunning performance, demonstrating his elite skills remained intact. He was now a 2-division champion, yet controversy immediately shadowed this triumph. Many observers noted Jones had conveniently avoided Francis Ngannou, the former champion and most dangerous fighter who had just left the UFC. Accusations of ducking the real challenge began. The accusations of ducking dangerous opponents intensified dramatically after his heavyweight triumph. Instead of facing Tom Aspinall, the clear interim heavyweight champion, Jones chose to defend his title against Stipe Miocic, a 42-year-old former champion who hadn't competed in years. Jones repeatedly dismissed Aspinall, preferring legacy fights against older, less threatening opponents. This blatant cherry-picking was seen as ultimate proof that Jones was unwilling to take the hardest challenges. On November 16, 2024, Jones successfully defended his heavyweight title against Stipe Miocic at UFC 309, winning by third-round TKO. Miocic, at 42 and coming off a 3-year layoff, offered little resistance. In post-fight reflections, Jones became visibly emotional, remembering his mother, underscoring how family traumas continued to shape his journey. Then, on October 30, 2025, tragedy struck once more. His older brother, Arthur Jones III, died suddenly at 39 from a heart condition. Jones released an emotional tribute, grappling with profound loss. Jones's legal record painted an increasingly damning picture, extending beyond substance-related incidents. Beyond the early DUIs and the infamous hit and run, he faced a 2019 battery charge, a 2020 aggravated DWI with firearm-related charges, and a 2021 domestic battery incident, later dropped, coupled with police vehicle tampering. In 2024, allegations surfaced of assaulting a drug testing agent, leading to a not guilty plea but accepting another anger management order. These incidents suggested deep-seated issues with emotional regulation. His performance-enhancing drug violations remained the most damaging aspect of Jones's legacy. 4 failed drug tests, 1 for cocaine and 3 for PEDs, including clomiphene, letrozole, and turinabol, led to multiple suspensions, canceled fights, and being stripped of his light heavyweight title 3 times. Critics dismissed him from GOAT discussions, arguing his accomplishments were tainted. Jones's excuses, tainted supplements, contaminated sexual enhancement pills, pulsing metabolites, grew increasingly implausible, eroding trust. As Jon Jones walked away from the sport in 2025, he left a legacy debated for generations. Not the clear dominance he once seemed destined to create, but something far more complex and tragic. He was undeniably talented, perhaps the most naturally gifted mixed martial artist, yet that talent was consistently compromised and undermined by his choices. His greatest fight was always with himself, and in that battle, despite all his opportunities, he ultimately lost. He threw away untarnished greatness, one poor decision, one failed test, one arrest at a time.